the Mark Castillo Inspire, Impact, and Breakthrough to Freedom YouTube channel, where I provide useful value that will inspire committed action into achieving true and total freedom. And so, if you're hopping on this video for the first time and you don't know who I am, I'm going to give myself a mercifully brief introduction as to who I am. So, I am currently a 22-year-old community college graduate who didn't really go on to go into a four-year university because I didn't want to get myself into student debt. I didn't think, shelling out student loans was sexy, and hearing all these stories about people still repaying their loans even when they're in their 40s, it just sounds really terrible. So finding out from a mutual friend of mine, a former friend of mine from before, I actually got introduced to another opportunity that opened up a world of possibilities for me. Now, I didn't join up with him on the opportunity that he offered me, but it paved the way for me to finding this opportunity that I've been sticking with ever since 2016, mid-2016, where I realized that from a year of doing nothing with that opportunity, I realized that I didn't want to be working for corporate America for the rest of my life. I want something more. And what better way to actually create a lifestyle that not only gives me complete and total freedom, but also inspires others, impacts them in an unforgettable way, and inspires committed action to breaking through to freedom, hence what this channel is all about. So guys, that is a mercifully brief introduction as to who I am. Now, let's dive right into today's content. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over a topic that you may or may not have heard been talked about. And we'll start off by saying that, yes, to not care about what others think means to not really give a fuck. But to really not give a fuck, well, what does that really mean? So, as Gary Vee puts it, the less you give a fuck, well, he didn't really say this word for word, but the less that you give a fuck about what other people think about you, the easier your life will be and the more enjoyable that it will be. And it couldn't be more true, guys. But to not really give a fuck, it does not mean that you don't care about anything at all. That's not what it means, guys. To really not give a fuck means, and I actually learned this from Mark Manson's book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which, by the way, I highly recommend reading that book. In that book, he talks about not giving a fuck about the things that are unimportant and giving more of a fuck about the things that are important. So like, for instance, let's say the unimportant things like what's going on with the news, what's going on with other people's lives, all the drama and noise going on with celebrities, etc., etc. Those are the things that are less important and are not relevant to what you're doing with your life right now. Now, on the flip side of that, you have the more important things like, what are you going to do now? What do you want to accomplish 6 months from now, 12 months from now, 5 years from now? Who is it that you want to become? You see, those kinds of things are more of the stuff that you should really give a fuck about. So just to clarify, to not really give a fuck means that you don't necessarily care about anything. You care less about the things that are unimportant, and you care more about the things that are important, or as Mark Manson puts it, fuckworthy. Yes, I said that word, fuckworthy. So it's really true, guys. And I see this with a lot of people, especially my age, that we really focus on way too much, especially on other people's opinions. And we really feel like if one person or maybe even a few people don't like us, we feel like something is wrong with us and we have to change according to those people's feedback. But here's the thing, guys. Those are just 3 people out of billions of people on this planet. Whatever their opinions are about you, who gives a shit? And as Gary Vee would say, fuck them. Fuck those 3 people. Fuck that one person that doesn't like you. It doesn't matter. What matters is, what do you think about yourself? And you should be more interested in what's going on with you, what's going on in your life, than what is going on with somebody else's life. So just to recap, guys, to really not give a fuck means giving a fuck less about the things that are unimportant and giving more of a fuck that are of the things that are important, or as Mark Manson puts it, fuck worthy. And the less that you care about others people's opinions about you, the less that you give a fuck about them, the easier life will be, and the more enjoyable it will also be also. So that concludes today's content. I hope you got a ton of value out of today's video. And if you did, please like, comment, and share. Comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. And if you got value out of today's video, please do me a huge, huge favor. This would mean so much to me. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to know when I post videos. I post videos pretty regularly, so hit that notification bell to get notifications on that. And do me one more favor, click the link in the description to learn more and get insider access. Leave me your name and your email, and I will see you on the inside. All right, guys, so with that said, that concludes today's video. I'm Mark Castillo from the Mark Castillo Inspire, Impact, and Breakthrough to Freedom YouTube channel, and see you all on the next YouTube Live video. Take care, guys. Talk soon.